June 25th, 2013 was the worst day of Calavera history. There were two wrecks, little more than an hour apart, on the same stretch of highway on 281. Two brothers lost their lives. People couldn't take a time to look twice to save a life.
Well, we had a memorial run that we do pretty much every year for the past 4 years. Unfortunately, we lost two brothers on the same day. Real sad event that happened, but you know, we always go without letting them not be forgotten. You know, that's why they're gone but not forgotten. We never forget about our brothers.
I mean, Fallen Brothers, like I said, I've been a part of this club for 9.5 years. I've seen a lot of brothers perish while riding, and it's sad because, you know, it's sad when somebody gets killed on the road, especially when it's not their fault. When it's somebody else's fault, and a loss of life is a loss of life, and it's hard, you know.
Losing a brother or losing that's a family member. We just don't get together just when situations like that. Most families get together around that time of death in the family. But we, as Calaveras, we get together when it's good times and bad times. We're all one family. We enjoy the good times right now, we enjoy the bad times, but we know where the love is. It goes from heart to heart, and we share the same blood. And we want to understand, let everybody understand, this is not what we're trying to show that the world, that we're not just a motorcycle, we're one big happy family, and we're trying to spread the love out of our family to the cities around Alice.
You know, this memorial run that we started 3 years ago is a remembrance of, you know, that they're always remembered no matter what. They're always in our hearts, and you know, and they guide us through our days.
That day when we got hit, and I was part of that accident, I'm fortunate to be alive, and I'll be their voice forever and ever. God saved me for a reason. And if you haven't got right with God, I ask you today to get right with Him, because He's real. He's real, He's out there. He hears everything, He knows everything. You know, my spirit flew out my body, and I had an experience that'll always live through me forever, and I will never forget. But there is a heaven, there's also a hell.
Once we got there, I mean, all the brotherhood is just there. I mean, it's a great thing to see the guys all come together, you know, for an event like this. Unfortunately, I mean, it was something that was a sad day, you know, losing the two brothers there, and then also losing a brother the same day 4 years later, that same day of the event, I mean, of that run. But it makes it up for a good deal to have all the brothers together there.
But we all have to look forward and go forward on this. But it was a tragedy that day that I would never forget.
The heart hurts. The heart, the love you got for that man. You know, ride with him, laugh with him, drink with him, and he's gone. And he touched everybody's lives, you know, and it really hurts right here.
It's always good to see our brothers unite as one. And then, like I say, we're going and remembering our brothers that have fallen, and it means a lot. It means the world, you know. You know, I think, you know, I'm grateful for the guys that are able to come and do this and be a part of it. It's a great deal, because, you know, it shows that our club and our members remember our brothers that have perished.
And that ride, it's just a way of remembering. Just let the family of the brothers who've gone know that they're not forgotten.
You know what? We got big hearts. Calaveras have big hearts. I can talk from experience. You know, I've been in an accident myself, and they've been there from the beginning to the end.
It's a hell of a brotherhood. I mean, all of us are real united. You know, everybody. It's just a great deal, man.
That's something that can't be explained. It's something you got to experience, man. It's the tightest unity you'll ever get to experience. It's like I said, you have to experience it. You can't just be told.
Making our brotherhood stronger, making our brotherhood tighter. When we wore this patch, IMBK, people ask what that means. And what it means is what I have tatted right here on my hand. I'm my brother's keeper. And if you can't do that, you have no reason to wear that patch. You have no reason to have that tatted in you.
For the love of all the brothers, close and far, we all come together.
If you see the love that goes through one Calaveras brother, that same love goes through all of them, because they're going to treat you with the same attitude no matter who you are. Color doesn't have nothing to do with Calaveras. Blood's got to do with Calaveras.
It was a shock, you know, it was something that just happened, and being that I'm around a lot, I hear the story of how it happened, what happened, and it's just something that nobody should be put through.
When I heard about that accident, it was, you know, my heart just drops because they're my brothers. And once you hear from another brother that one brother went down and another brother went down and then another brother went down after that, you know, during the same day, during the same stretch of road, you know, your heart just drops and say, man, what's next?
I was at work when the crash happened. I mean, I was devastated. I heard from one of the brothers called me up and said that both Dragon and Kane were in the crash, and that Kane didn't make it, and the Dragon was in real bad shape. Also, they were halo flighting him. Also, right after that, I got the news that that brother Lolo in the valley also passed from a car accident, and which was a bad situation. You know, it just tore up the rest of the day. You know, but I mean, fortunately, we still have one of the brothers here. Unfortunately, the other two lives were lost, and lives were lost within an hour of each other, which wasn't. It was just a big shock to all of us.
Dragon, he was in serious condition. You know, it was terrifying. You know, his condition wasn't no minor condition. It was major condition. We all were praying for him every single day, and we're just hoping for the best.
People need to pay attention nowadays. We got families, we're brothers, we're uncles, we're someone's son. And for your carelessness, my brothers lost their life, and my brotherhood is hurting because of that still. And we honor them every year. This past June 25th, 2017 was 4 years of them being gone. But their legacy lives through us.
Because we ain't got no airbags, man. We ain't got nothing to protect us, and we are hard to miss. We'll admit that we're hard to miss. It's kind of hard to see us, especially if you're in traffic and whatnot. But you gotta at least give that 2 seconds to look around, and make sure that we're there, because we got families too.
Kane, I mean, I've known him for years. I knew him for years. I knew him before he even became a Calavera. I mean, I've known him since he was a kid, actually. You know, I mean, I'm a little older than some of these guys, you know, but real good guy, you know. I mean, he was out there to help you with whatever he could. I mean, he'd give you the shirt off his back, you know. He was a real nice guy.
He was awesome. Always out to lend a helping hand, you know. You know, that's what brotherhood is about.
He worked with me in the oil field. He was my floor hand. I was his driller, and you know, he was a hard worker. He didn't have no family at the time, but you know, he had his responsibilities of being at work or at home.
From the brotherhood, he was a great person, man. I mean, it's sad that he perished, but you know, God only takes who He needs at the time, and you know, and thank God for Forrest the Dragon. You know, he still looks after his son and stuff like that, and you know, he came up with this run about 3 years ago to keep remembering our brothers that have fallen.
And as strong as Dragon is, he pulled through this. You know, he made everybody happy afterwards. You know, starting from his familia to our familia.
The ride every year that we put together, it's a blessing that the love of the brotherhood, what we have for one another. When we say gone but not forgotten, we mean that. We mean what we say, and we say what we mean. And all the Canales every year, we come together as one to celebrate their life that day. Every year his family comes up, and you know, that's awesome that, you know, that my brother don't get forgotten, my son don't get forgotten. But there's no need to say thank you, because this is what brotherhood's about. We live by a code by love, loyalty, respect. And if you can't do any three of them, you have no reason to be wearing this cut. Every patch that you see on me, I earned it. Nothing is given. When something is given in life, you don't appreciate it. And everything I am is who I am. Everything in life that happened to me for a reason, to make me the man I am today. And I thank the man upstairs for that. My brother Kane and my brother Lolo, we would do this ride every year for you and your legacy. I gave that oath that day I was in the hospital. I gave that oath when I couldn't make that funeral that day, and I wanted to be there so bad, but I couldn't be there. But my brother Kane, I love you. I'm gonna be looking after you, little man MJ. I miss y'all. We got a Por Vida chapter up there in heaven.